Good evening, everyone. Alright, thank you, Sneelio, for the follow. Welcome to the stream, Michelle. I'm sorry that your first experience has to be Azran Legacy all over again, but at least it's the best part of Azran Legacy. I don't feel like being on camera again tonight, but in its place, please enjoy my dope-ass swag. The map displayed in the Azran Dome indicated the location of 5 Azran relics known as eggs. Layton and his companions now set on their journey around the world in Professor Sycamore's airship, the Bostonius. Oops, Citra forgot to load the texture again. It's fine. The Bostonius is really something. It's like a home away from home, and a flying one at that. She should serve us well on the long journey to come. Now, let's enter the locations indicated in the Azran Dome into the system. Are you going to teach us how to fly? God, I hope so. As much as I'd like you to hold the reins, Luke, I nearly wanted to introduce you to our state-of-the-art navigation system. Nikki. Alright, okay, so he's gonna tell us about the flight controls. I'm not gonna read that aloud because it's just technical shit. So we just need to touch a destination to set off? How convenient. That's pretty much the same as how the London buses work, and you know, every other fast travel system. Alright. He's just standing there. That is the most, like, awkward attempt at a nonchalant pose I've ever seen. Alright. Let's head on out of here. Okay, so we got jungle, island, desert, hillside, or walled city. I believe I heard the most support for the island location earlier, but... So, speak now or forever hold your peace. We'll probably do like 2 or 3 tonight. They're pretty short, comparatively. I don't remember exactly how long, but should be 2 or 3, yeah. An island that receives more than its fair share of sunshine. It is always full of tourists who look to enjoy seafood and water sports. Okay. Yeah, island and then jungle, those are my 2 favorites. According to the Azran Dome, we should find an egg somewhere in this area.
There is more than just an aura stone here. I can sense great power, but it feels distant somehow.
This island really is tiny. What if the egg is not on land at all, but rather in the depths of the ocean? Let's not draw premature conclusions. Whatever there is to find here, our investigation must begin on land. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I played this game, especially compared to any of the others, but yeah, I do remember Mausinia being, like, weirdly short even compared to the rest of them.
This island is breathtaking. It's like it popped straight out of a postcard.
Yes, no doubt Emmy will be reaching for her camera at every opportunity here.
The ocean goes on forever. It makes me feel small, but at the same time, peaceful. Is that strange?
Is this a new experience for you, Aurora? Dude, I think the entire modern world is a new experience for her.
I don't recall. So yes, it may well be. You should have a go at swimming. Really, it's a lot of fun.
Perhaps we have to purchase some swimwear while we're here. Yes, please, Herschel, I want to see you in the banana hammock.
I wonder if they make top hat swimming caps. Anyway, that man over there looks like he's from around here. Professor, let's see if he knows anything about the egg.
What's in here? Counterfeit coral. Wouldn't be the tropics without palm trees and coconuts. Stretch! 1, 2, 3, hold! 1, 2, 3.
Excuse me, sir? We are wondering if you could help us with something.
Hey! Hola, Chico! Javier at your service. Did I hear you say you're looking to go on the adventure of a lifetime?
No? No, you didn't. That's not what I said at all. We're looking for an egg-shaped object with engravings. You wouldn't happen to have seen one around, would you?
Oh, you mean a popono, no? Sure, just head up to the market. They've got what you want up there.
A popono? Great. This investigation might be over sooner than we thought. Race to the market, Luke.
Oh yeah, Messenia is walled city and Torito is the desert. But, they're both kind of deserty in appearance, but I give Torito a pass because, like, at least it's got the cowboy thing going for it. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Nikki, there's cowboys in this game for like 5 minutes.
What's going on here? There are millions of them.
It seems we were too quick to assume there would be just one popono.
Good luck, Poponos. Strawberry flan Popono. Popono surprise? There are just so many. Can you tell which one is the real one, Aurora? I'm sorry. I can sense that there's an aura stone here, but I cannot tell you the exact location. How can there be so many?
It can be no coincidence that souvenirs with such striking similarities to Azran eggs found their way into the tourist industry. I'm curious as to the origin of the word popono. Perhaps the people here can enlighten us. A happy tradition. The shops and market stalls of San Grio are full of items called poponos that bear an uncanny resemblance to the Azran eggs. Everyone on the island seems fond of these poponos, but what is the real story behind them? All these items show a surprising degree of craftsmanship. Indeed, we may have trouble telling them apart from the real thing. Man, I want a strawberry flan popono. Alright. Let's talk to Bunny Boy here first.
Yoo-hoo! Welcome to San Grio! Here, have a popono.
No, thank you.
What? Come on, of course you want one. You do! You do! You do! You do! My poponos are miles, no, leagues above the others. Just look at the quality of the craftsmanship. Well? You love poponos. You want poponos. You're as nuts as I am about poponos. Are you sure? I don't think we are. Oh, don't be like that. Of course you are. Buying popono helps spread love and happiness. And hey, you know what? I think it's just a thing you people need to get yourselves all cheered up again. People come from all over the world just to buy these things. You're missing out on the chance of a lifetime here.
Aurora, don't listen to him. We are here for the Aura Stone and nothing else.
Aw, what? I didn't even know what one of those is. I'm a merchant, not a genius. Just a hard-done-by merchant in a silly rabbit suit.
I'm just imagining, like, that conversation ends because Aurora and Desmond are just like slowly kind of backing away. Okay, maybe you'll be more helpful.
Salut! I noticed you have been wandering around the place looking a little lost. You must be tourists, no?
In a way. And you, madam?
Pas tuto. I am Martin, a fully fledged citizen of San Grio.
Ah, forgive me. Well then, Martin, perhaps you might be able to tell us something about Poponios.
The souvenirs? What about them? First of all, where did they come from? Ah, you want to know why they became so popular. D'accord.
My French is a little rusty, so probably gonna butcher all of her little words here.
Well, I am only very recently a fully fledged citizen of San Grio, so perhaps I am not the best person to ask about this. Oh, I see. But I know someone who might be able to help you. My dear friend runs a stall just up those stairs. Her family have lived here for a long time, so I'm sure she can help you. But, mes amis, I think. Don't you want to slow down and relax? Have a look around? Enjoy the sunshine.
Elbowing our way through crowds of tourists so we can casually take in the sights doesn't seem to be like the best use of our time. I suggest we head straight to this friend of Martine's. It would be more productive than losing ourselves in a sea of Poponios. Agreed. Let's go. Oh boy.
Traditional Poponio cakes, selling like hotcakes, only twice as fast. It smells good. Oh, hola! Care to taste one of the finest Poponio cakes in the whole of San Grio? Just one bite and your mind will be taken back to the happiest days of your life.
Oh, go on. You've tempted me.
You know, it's even better if you savor the taste along with a puzzle.
Alright. Sure it is, Miranda. Okay, I like this kind of puzzle at least. In your ice cream shop, my ice cream shop, you overhear a fussy Fernando mumbling to himself. Can you make him the ice cream cone he wants? I don't want either of the flavors on the ends, the bottom of the cone. Is C chocolate? I hate chocolate. Okay, so that's gonna tell us none of that. B is vanilla, right? I'd prefer one of the ice creams next to that to be on top. Okay, so that could only be A. In the middle, I want one that's second from one of the ends. So B or D. D is pistachio flavor. That's definitely not going in the middle. Okay, so... I think it's gonna be this.
Okay, Emmy, time to shine.
Yes!
Bring on the
Yay,
next one.
This hard to please Harry. That's great, Neil. If I really need help, I might use you as my lifeline by request. Because at a certain point, sometimes a puzzle is just so difficult, like trying it over and over again just isn't fun anymore.
My homemade recipe is getting very, very popular with the tourists these days. Did you know that they even squeezed an article about it into an edition of the World Times? That's impressive. How did you know those ingredients would turn into such a delicious cake? Oh, I didn't work it out. No, it was my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother on my father's side.
Ah yes, Last Spectre's Puzzle 31 Light Height. That one's like notorious. Our family has been following the popono tradition for many generations now. One day, when I get married and have kids, I'm going to teach them all about it.
That's quite a lengthy history.
Yep, we've got it all written down in a book, you know. What's it called again? Ah, see. From Noponyo to Poponyo. It tells you everything you need to know about the history of poponos.
A great read.
It was a real bestseller. By which I mean it sold really well. By which I mean it's completely sold out. But you've read it, right? So you must be able to tell us whether there are any Azran ruins on the island.
Ruins?
No, sorry. I don't remember any mention of ruins in our history.
Nothing at all?
Oh, now I feel terrible. I'm so sorry. The popono tradition is supposed to spread love and happiness to all. Maybe you could try the archipelago in the south?
Oh, thank you, but that won't help us.
On the bright side, that cake really hit the spot. Gracias. Drop by whenever you'd like more. I must admit, I really hadn't expected the popono to have such a detailed history. But, Professor, that history is making it more difficult to find the real egg.
We'll find it, Emmy. Don't worry.
Quite right, Aurora. Pessimism will get us nowhere. Besides, our investigation has only just begun. We still have the day ahead of us and much information to gather.
I hope we can stop for cake at some point.
Of course, standard procedure. Okay, so I guess there's gonna be someone new back at the market now. There we go. Hey guys, what's with those long faces?
What? My face is not long.
That so? Well, it looks pretty long to me. Maybe it's these sunglasses, I don't know. Come to think of it, we've been so preoccupied with our inquiries that we haven't even had a proper meal. I'm surprised Luke hasn't been reminding us every step of the way, especially with all the talk of eggs. I'm surprised Luke isn't, like, hangry yet. Perhaps we should take a moment to rest and get our energy back. Did you just say you're running inquiries? No way! What's the occasion? No, wait. None of my business, right? But hey, if you'd like a helping hand, just give your Uncle Bud a shout. If there's something you need to know about the island or anyone on it, I can give you the info you're looking for. I guarantee it. Well, this all sounds very generous, Bud, but I have a sneaking suspicion that you would like us to do you a favor in return. What can I say? I'm an open book. Turn to page 32 and BAM! Look, it's this puzzle I need help with. A boatload of trouble. A boat builder has received an urgent request for 6 boats, each of which will require 10 logs to build. The boat builder heads down to the timber merchant only to find that he must buy his logs 4 adjacent pallets at a time, and that the pallets don't have a set number of logs. Can you help the poor boat builder by dividing the timber into 6 4-pallet loads, each containing 10 logs? Well, I guess I don't have a choice now, do I? Okay, so that has to be... Okay, so 4 squares each. Which means... man, I'm not seeing a good place to start yet. Well, what I know for sure is that these 2 have to go in separate pallets. There's no way those 2 can be in the same group either. So let's say... yeah, that should work. Oh, yeah, I've noticed it does that on other puzzles, I forget to hide the text a lot. I mean, Azran Legacy is lacking in quite a few departments, but the puzzle, like, graphic design and all that is definitely not one of them. There we go.
This was quite the conundrum. And there we have it.
Not bad, sport. Well, man of my word, I'll see you over at Bud's Bar and Grill. There'll be a round of lemonade waiting for you. Ice cold and on the house.
Oh, we can cross now.
An open invitation if there ever was one, shall we? Okay, so what's he got here? He's got lobster, some kind of like 1960s cookbook looking arrangement with like a fish head and a bunch of little, like sausage biscuits, maybe? And a coconut, or like a pineapple drink. But I can get... Oh, there's a toucan here. Toucan! Who can? You can! And also a nice little popono hula dancer. And whatever the hell this is, I want one. First things first. A sunny welcome to Sangrio, the island of the Harmony Ring.
A harmony ring? What's that?
You don't know? Great. I love telling this one. So, the popono, right? That's what they call the bringer of happiness. I'm sorry. Before we start, may I ask how it was that poponos rose to such immense popularity? You mean, you want to know how they became so... poponular? That you may, sir. Poponos, you see, are models based on an ancient artifact. You might say it's the one true popono.
That's gotta be the egg.
And where was this artifact unearthed? It was found in a cave at the far side of the island. The entrance only shows up a couple times a year when the tide's especially low. But I know what you're thinking. Don't go risking your lives now, guys. Everything worth taking's already been taken. So my hunch that you're after popono numero uno is right?
Right.
Well, if you really, really want it, you're gonna have to play by the rules. See, as it happens, there's someone on this island who's got the true popono. But here's the catch. No one knows who. It's a very special Sangrio tradition. It gets passed around the island, spreading more and more happiness as it goes. And if you haven't guessed yet, that's why we call it the Harmony Ring. See? Everything comes back full circle.
So, does that mean there's a chance that someone might give it to us?
Sure is, buddy. The people don't just go passing it around to the first person they see. The whole thing follows a pattern. Which would mean that learning this pattern might allow us to intercept the exchange and acquire the true popono. Correctamundo. It even found its way to me at one point.
What? Really? Who did you give it to?
Steady on there, kiddo. First rule of the Harmony Ring. You don't give names. So, you're saying we'll have to work it out through logic. Intriguing. You know what? I'm a nice guy. Let me give you a little tip. The person who gave me the popono was a customer here. And that's all I'm saying. The rest's up to you.
But no one seemed to know about the true popono when we asked them.
Well, maybe you're going about it the wrong way, Buster. Tell them you're looking for harmony. That'll help loosen a few tongues. Yeah, this one is really cute. I'm glad we went for this one first. I see. So the harmony ring uses a sort of code.
This is getting exciting. Can we go now, Professor?
Yes, I think we've rested sufficiently. It's time to resume our investigation. Alright. Who wants to tell me about harmony?
You know how the boss wanted us to get our hands on all the Azran eggs? I think we're gonna need a bigger bag.
Robin, they're clearly fake.
Most of them probably, but how do you know the real one's not mixed in there?
Even so, swiping them up with a massive bag won't help us find the real one quicker. We'd have no way of knowing when the real one was in the bag. No, we're going to have to check them all, one at a time.
No.
Right.
I suppose that makes sense. This egg's fake, that egg's fake, and that egg's wearing a top hat, so it's gotta be fake.
What? An egg with a top hat? Hello again, gentlemen. An egg with a top hat. That is his general silhouette, isn't it?
Oh no! You again.
We know you're after the eggs. You won't be getting your hands on this one.
Yeah, and when we find it, you'll have no chance of catching us. I won the egg and spoon race at our school sports day 5 years in a row. No one runs with eggs like I do.
Robin, wait a minute. Good grief. A mismatched duo if there ever was one.
Well, Professor, I'd say the race is on to see who can find the egg first.
Yes, but in order to do so, we'll need to gather clues from the people of Sangria. Fortunately, it doesn't take long to travel the breadth of the island.
Right, and we might even bump into the person who's carrying it on the way.
Okay, let's just go this way.
Oh, hey, there's our bud Javier.
And stretch! 1, 2, 3, hold! 1, 2, 3. Hello there, Javier. Thanks for the advice you gave us earlier. Ah, hola, chicas. Glad I could help. So, did you find the popono you were looking for then? Or at least a little harmony?
Harmony? Saying that word would suggest you once received the true popono.
I suppose you could say that. Okay then, let Javier tell you chicas a thing or two. I only ended up with it by chance, you know. Right place at the right time. This lady who'd only just settled down here gave it to me. Can you believe that? I guess when you're local, you're local. You know, happiness always seems to find its way to me. Maybe it's because I'm such an approachable guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. So, you got the popono from a woman. Anything else? Time out! If you want to get anything more out of old Javier, you'll have to work out.
Work out? What? I think he's asking us to do some exercise.
Muy bien. Here's what you have to do. Nose to nose. Yes! It's another one of these puzzles. I love this shit. It's another full house done at the Sea Lion show. But something's gone wrong and the sea lions are all juggling the wrong balls. Okay, so this is just like, the Froggy puzzle from Unknown Future? Yeah, that was Unknown Future, I think. If it wasn't that, it was Last Spectre. But it was one of those two games. So I just gotta, like, toss these around until I can get them all to the right place. Okay. But what's the rules about passing them? Okay, so I can pass them within 2 sea lions. I know I'm using more moves than this strictly requires, but...
Okay, Emmy, time to shine.
And it's gonna be like, actually, you could do this in 7 moves, and I'm like, wasn't gonna try it, buddy. There! How was that? Do you feel mentally charged and ready for anything? We feel ready for you to tell us about the true popono. Straight to the point, eh? Okay, well, I gave it to a senorita who runs a stall. She looked about my daughter's age. She offered me a deal. 2 for the price of 1 on her popono cakes. A deal like that would swing it for anyone.
You didn't think of giving it to your daughter instead?
Claro que no. Because then she'd probably pass it on to some muchacho. And with her luck, he'd be a lazy, no-good, down-and-out bachelor boy. My wife would kill me if I let our baby girl get mixed up with a guy like that.
So, you're saying girls pass the popono on to boys?
Oh! I'd better watch my mouth, eh? Well, time to get back to my daily routine. Still another 500 stretches to do before dinner. Stretch! 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good luck with your gains, buddy. Yeah, I'm kind of split on, like, it telling you the minimum number of moves thing or not. Most of the time, like, I just kind of found it frustrating, like, okay, I know it took me, like, 950 moves to do this, so you don't have to rub it in. Well, I guess it does provide, like, a fun little extra challenge. Wait, there's definitely a hit coin in the garbage can. Yeah, I think the very first puzzle in Miracle Mask when I was... like, the one where you're untangling the little clown guy from his balloons, like, whenever I was streaming it, it took me, like, close to 100 moves to get him untangled, and it's like, hey, do you know you can do this in 3? And I'm like, next, I don't care. What have you found, Aurora?
It's a puzzle. Why is there a puzzle here?
Like, I've absolutely done that puzzle in 3 moves before, because I've played Miracle Mask enough times, but it's fucking been a while, and I was just like, not again. Okay. Layton has taken a liking to this somewhat creative approach to crossing the lake, because of fucking course he has, and needs your help to do it again. Okay, okay, I'll give this one a few tries, but if I can't do it, it's an optional puzzle. And it's not gonna kill me if I skip it. Ah, crap. Herschel would be a part of the almond chocolate friend group. God, and they bring that puzzle back for, like, I swear, every other game. It's like, hey, these idiots need your help cutting up pieces of chocolate. But they have to do it in a very specific manner, because they're insane. Damn it. Just get me onto the purple boat. There we go. Easy clap. Shit! Not easy clap, I guess. Okay, I guess we'll just kind of cycle around here for a bit. No. Crap. Go off the edge. Can I please get on a boat? Yeah, Doc, I got this. I've been having this serious problem lately. But what is it? Yeah, I had one of those chocolate division with an almond puzzles in Professor Layton, and I knew the answer right away. Good God, I'm not sure I can help you anymore. We'll give the first almond puzzle from Curious Village a pass at least because it came from Prosciutto and he's my buddy. Oh, I don't want to go here yet. Oh, this one's never gonna match up with it, is it? I gotta get on that boat specifically. Yeah, okay, where this cave. Starting over from 1. Okay, so don't go that far in purple. Good to know. Though I don't really have an option to get off here. Okay, let's get on the first guy then. Nope. Let's circle around here again. See if that changes anything. Oh, I mean it does, but not in a good way. Moving once in the first orange boat, then cross over the purple boat above it. Okay. Hey, the first hint actually gave me, like, constructive advice instead of, like, just look at it with your eyes, you big idiot. Didn't I just do this? This puzzle implies the Earth is flat. Because Layton just falls off the edge of the ocean. One move on the purple boat. And then move to the furthest away orange boat. Okay. That should be enough to go off of. I hope. I'm so close to being able to get on the right purple boat. But so far at the same time. And of course I got trapped over here where nothing wants to come my way. Okay, actually, we'll come back to this later. I'd rather figure out what the poponios are. Let's see. You are someone who just moved in here. Hello again, Maisami. Are you looking at the Hilltop Hotel? You are such lucky things. Are you staying there? Okay. I've always wondered what it feels like to be a tourist in the place where you live, but the chance has never presented itself. Oh well, c'est la vie. Oh, I'm certain you will get your chance one day, Martine. Then you could have that experience the island is famous for. Its blissful sense of harmony. Ah, harmony. It has such a beautiful ring to it. You've heard of it then, no? When I first came to Sangrio, I tried my hardest to become part of the ring. I spent many sleepless nights trying to work out who had the true poponio. Imagine my shock when I discovered the person who held it was the man I had fallen head over heels for. And then he surprised me yet again, by asking me to marry him. But instead of a ring, he proposed with the poponio. I'm not gonna try to read that because I'm gonna butcher it. That is a delightful story. I'm very pleased for the both of you. I knew we did not need it for us to be happy, so before the wedding, I passed it on to continue the cycle. I gave it to a very entertaining married man who thought fondly of his daughter, so she gave it to Javier. Is the true poponio always passed on within a relatively short space of time? I hear it is bad luck to hold on to it. I would not want to risk jinxing the bond between me and Mon Marie Magnifique. I don't understand. She was referring to her husband. Who else? You are still a little bud, but one day your fleur d'amour will bloom, and you will see what I mean. There must be a reason that our civilization left the eggs for you, but this cannot be it. Still, this ritual seems to bring these people happiness, even if I don't understand why. Happiness comes in all sorts of forms. This poponio tradition is just one of them. Oh, I see. But aren't we going to take that away from these people? Well, perhaps you'll need to be upfront about it with them. It may be the best way to avoid causing undue upset. I wish we could find something else to make them happy. Don't get yourself down, Aurora. You've seen how cheerful these people are. They might not even mind. Come on, we better get a move on. Hey, there's my favorite Tarjan agents. Well, I think we've got more than enough of these poponios now. Any more, and they might weigh down the airship. I knew you'd eventually come around to the idea of just grabbing as many as possible. I still have my doubts. What if every one of them is just a souvenir? Oh, lighten up, Macaw. With this many eggs, there's no way we don't have the real one. How many do they have, like 5? Poponio power! I still can't believe that woman at the hotel tried to fob that cheap imitation off on us. Who does she think we are? I'm thinking maybe she was a decoy sent by the boss to test us. In which case, it's a good thing we didn't take the bait. They don't even, like, care that Layton's eavesdropping on them. Oh, that's cool. Dude, this hotel has a water slide? That's dope! Okay, we gotta go inside now. Okay, there's something weird. I don't remember if... There's some stuff about the text in this one that makes me think that maybe this is like the UK release just with the US dubbed voices over it. Because I mean, it has Lanny Minella as Luke, which is like basically the only difference in like the US UK casting. But then you have like Luke saying "core" and Layton calling his parents Ma and Pa, which he only does in the UK version of Miracle Mask, at least. So I don't know. It's been so long since I played Azran, like my own copy of Azran Legacy. No, they did do a UK dub for this one. If you actually look into the differences between the text in US versus the UK from Miracle Mask in particular, there's a lot of just like linguistic changes there. It's kind of cool. Okay, anyway,
If I didn't know that was an aquarium, I'd swear we were under the sea.
they've done an excellent job replicating a marine environment. Those imitation corals are elaborately designed.
And that sofa! It looks really inviting. Mind if I go for a quick nap, Professor? What is the purpose of furnishing a hotel with such elaborate decor when its primary purpose is for sleep?
Oh yeah, Toodles censorship. Seriously, like, I'm never gonna live that down. Can't believe the UK version censored Toodles, my good man. Why would you not let him say Toodles? Exquisite aesthetics have a relaxing effect on the mind. You might say hotels soothe your... hold on. You might say hotels soothe you both mentally and physically.
I understand, I think. There's my favorite Amelie.
Okay, when the masked gentleman, like, has Luke tucked, like, when he kidnaps Luke, and, you know, has him, like, tucked under his arm, as soon as he leaves, like, as he's leaving, like, that little dialogue spot, he says, "Toodles, my good man," but in the UK version, he just says, like, "Ha ha 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 ha," and leaves.
Well, look who it is! We can't just stay away from each other, can we? Nice to see you again, Amelie. Are you staying in this hotel? Why, of course! Though Chelms is being a right grumpy old so-and-so at the moment, I suppose he wants to save money. But I want this trip to be something special. You can't just skip on these sorts of things. I wish he'd cheer up. He should be glad they at least give you complimentary puzzles. Puzzles? Why are there puzzles? They're a mark of quality, my dear. Here, why don't you have a shot at one of them? Chelm certainly won't.
I literally don't think Chelmy has a first name. Because he's just, like, Grosky is Inspector Clamp Grosky. Chelmy is just Inspector Chelmy, and even his own wife calls him, like, a shortened version of his last name as a nickname. Ladies HD are on a 2-day holiday with gentlemen E and H. Each day, they visit a different tourist spot in male-female pairs. On the first day, A and E explore the jungle, B and F go to the prairie, C and G visit the seaside, and D and H enjoy the canyon. The next day, everyone chooses a different location with a different partner. B and E go to the seaside together, and C sets off to the canyon with someone. Where does G go, and with whom? Okay. Gentlemen E through H. Okay, so yesterday G went to the seaside, so he's not going there again today. B already went to the seaside, so B is not his partner. Oh, and C was his partner yesterday, so it's not her. C sets off to the canyon. Okay, so he's not going to the... Yeah, that's a canyon. He's not going to the canyon either. So he's going to either the jungle or the prairie with A or D. If he's with A, he's going to the prairie. And D could go to either one. But... I'm just gonna mark that down in a different color so I know it's only a possibility. If it's with her, then they're going here. And D could go to either location. But why is it only one particular one? So let's see, today we have B and E and C and question mark. Let's see, F also went to the prairie, so that means... No, I don't want to erase everything. That would be terrible. Maybe she's with F, because he went to the prairie yesterday. So that leaves G and H as the male partners. So I think this is going to be A and G, and then this would be D and H. No, it can't be D and H, because they were already partners. That means D and G went some... Yeah, so it's D and G in the jungle with the candlestick.
Here is my answer.
That's her first puzzle solved animation. Oh,
I
I'm so
enjoyed
proud of
that.
you. Let's hope that monkey doesn't run off with his hat. Chums might just be a bit grumpy from the jet lag. I even went out of my way to give him a special gift, but he wasn't having it. Oh, it wouldn't happen to be the popono from the Harmony Ring, would it? Yes, that's the one. I mentioned our honeymoon to a young lady selling cakes, and she popped it straight into my hand. We're trying to find it now. Do you know where it is? Wait. That means that Amelie literally tried to give it to Rook and Macaw, and they're like, nah, that's a fake. Keep your fake popono, lady, and then ran away when she could have easily given them the real one. Do you know where it is? Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I don't. If I'd known you wanted it, I would have been able to give it to any one of you. But I heard it's bad luck to hold on to it for too long, so I made sure to pass it on quickly. I tried giving it to a couple of comedians who seemed to be frantically searching for it anyway, but they wouldn't listen to me. They just belted out some angry remarks and stormed off. What can I say? It's their loss. In the end, I gave it to somebody much nicer at lunchtime. If you ask me, he was far more deserving of it than those two. So we'll have to keep searching. Gee, who's the only other man on this island? We've talked to so many people now, but there's still no way to know where the egg could be. I think we're almost there, Luke. I'd say we just need one more piece of information and then we'll be able to work it out. How are we going to do that? Are we really so close to working it out? You just leave it to the professor's #1 assistant.
I'll bet you anything you like I can solve this one. You're on, Emmy. If you can't solve it on your first try, you'll have to, treat me to an ice cream. Challenge accepted. This game was made in 2014, wasn't it? Okay. Okay. Where do we want to go? I mean, I already know who has the egg, it's just a matter of, like, making Layton come to that conclusion. Oh, wait, okay, so there's one more man on this island, so let's rule him out real quick. Why, good sir, I see this popono doll has caught your eye. Such excellent taste. And your choice of hat, very dapper. It is very nice, but I'm afraid I have to turn down your offer. Aw, come on! Take one! Take one for Benny! For the road! For the future! Hop to it, my good man. You won't find a popono better than this anywhere in the world. You're missing out. You'll cry all the way home, I swear. Well, let me see. Yes, the quality of the craftsmanship is quite admirable. Yeah, that's right. Great. So you're going to buy it, right? Ka-ching! Done. Bought. Sold to the man in the top hat. Okay. That was nothing. Hola! Back for more cake? Don't be shy. There's always more where that came from. Actually, this time we wanted to ask you about something else. About harmony? Wink, wink, wink. Ah, vale, entiendo. So that's what you were looking for. So you know something. Claro que sí. I even had the true popono for a little while. Brilliant. Could you tell us anything about the person who gave it to you? Let's see. It was a regular customer at my stall. You could say they were very fond of swimwear. You say you had it for a little while. You've already passed it on? I'm afraid so, but I can't tell you who to. Everything has to be by the book. But you know what? Since you're such lovely customers, I will tell you this. It was someone who got married very recently. She mentioned her husband loves my cakes too. Popono is as Popono does. Aha! You said she and her, so you must have passed it on to a woman. Is it normal to pass an ancient relic around like a piece of gossip? I think we must have asked almost everyone who's had the egg recently, and we still have no idea. Speak for yourself. What? You've managed to work it out, Emmy? I think I've got the gist of it, yes. As we were told initially, the ownership of the egg changes according to a pattern. If we lay out all of the information we've gathered thus far, in front of us, we should be able to construct the whole picture. Really? I just can't make head nor tail of it, Professor. All will become clear in due time, but first, let's head back to the marketplace. Now, from what we've learnt by speaking to the different people on this island, we are able to glean a few key facts. Let's lay out the information and work out the rules concerning how the egg is passed around. Do we really have enough information? Of course. Think back, Aurora. We've heard a lot of stories today. Can you think of a common link between any of those stories? I cannot, no. Not one person we met told us exactly who they gave the egg to. That's true. They weren't allowed to give us many details. However, the details they did provide were certainly sufficient to solve the mystery. Let us consider them now. Alright. Allow me to assist, Professor. Ooh, deduction time. Okay, so what do we know? After Bud put us on the right track, we obtained information about the egg from 6 people. 3 male, 3 female. If you recall, Martine passed it on before her wedding,
to a married man who thought fondly of his daughter.
Miranda also gave it to somebody married, didn't she? As a gift. And she got it from a customer, I think.
Quite right, Emmy. Now, would you care to explain the common theme in these two stories? Customer's husband's marital status. I think it was marital status.
Marital status crops up in both accounts.
Precisely. In fact, from Martine's story, I'd say that single people can pass the egg on to somebody married, and vice versa.
So the egg is passed along depending on whether that person is married or not.
Well, there's nothing to disprove this in what we've considered thus far, but I believe there's more to the pattern than that. Let's summarize the male accounts, namely those from Javier and the two Targent agents, to gain a better picture. Javier reported that he gave the egg to a girl his daughter's age. We also know that a married woman attempted to give the Targent men the egg.
Oh, I think I see what the link is.
Genders. I love like, the little latent silhouette and genders. Hang on a minute. Everyone hold your breath for a sec. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and then the emulator's gonna stutter, but it's fine. Hell. Crap. Gender.png. Okay, now she's back up to speed.
Does it have anything to do with the fact that the egg was always offered to someone of the opposite gender? After all, Javier seemed very worried that his daughter might end up passing it on to some sleazy bachelor. So, where do we stand now?
We have now extrapolated a second rule. Whoever has the egg can pass it on to someone of the opposite gender. For example, if I had the egg, I would be able to give it to either of you, but not to Luke.
So, a boy can only give the egg to a girl, and a girl to a boy.
Almost, but not quite. If we consider Amelie's account, you see, we run into a problem.
Ah, she said that she would have been able to give the egg to any one of us. But how?
Emmy, would you care to explain? Tell us, what would have made it possible for Amelie to give any one of us the egg? Yeah, I guess like there's no non-binary people on this island, or else they're just not participants entirely. Which of the rules did Amelie have to follow? Married to unmarried, female to male. I think she had to follow none of them. Okay, shit, I'm sorry.
There are no rules. This island stands for absolute freedom. Your optimism inspires me, Emmy.
Yeah, I was just kidding. Okay, I think she had the option of doing either of them. Libertarian cis island? Amelie could have given the egg to whoever she liked, as long as either one of the two rules was fulfilled. She's married, she knew I wasn't, and she knew Luke and Aurora were too young to be. As for the professors, she didn't need to know their marital status because they were already covered by the opposite gender rule. That's correct. If the person you wish to give the egg to is of the opposite gender or marital status, then you can pass it on.
Oh, that's quite simple, really. Maybe so, but we still haven't worked out who has the egg. I do remember Amelie saying she passed it on to a man at lunch, but we don't know where she went to eat.
I don't know, maybe the only fucking restaurant on this island, Emmy?
So we'll need to ask somebody where that was before we can continue?
Not at all. Here, let's try to determine who held the egg and in which order by lining them up. Wherever there is logic, the solution follows closely behind.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh shit, I have to remember all that crap? Okay. Okay, so I know she gave it to Javier. Okay, and also has whoever... Okay. She gave it to someone somewhere. He had a woman who... who just moved to the island. She gave it to a family man before the wedding. Hang on a minute. I mean, I know who it's gonna end up with, I can't remember how to sort these guys out originally. Okay, she got the popono from someone in swimwear and gave it to a female customer. A married female customer. Okay, so then she gave it to Martine's husband, and she had it and gave it to Amelie. Which means she passed it on to a man at lunchtime. It was not either of these two. This is a boy, not a man, so the only other option is our man, Bud. Oh, shit. That's not quite it? Okay. She got the popono from someone in swimwear and gave it to a married female customer. Oh, wait, did she have it first? Gave it to a family man, gave it to a woman who... He got the popono from someone who just moved to the island and gave it to a woman his daughter's age. She got the popono from someone in swimwear and gave it to a married female customer. Okay, there we go. Your chain of events matches my own, Aurora. We can safely say that the egg was handed on in this order.
Which means Bud was the last of these people to receive the egg.
Wahoo!
But he already refused to tell us who he gave the stone to.
Because he still has it!
We're back where we started, aren't we? After all that.
Perhaps not. If you recall, Bud only mentioned receiving the popono.
But he didn't say anything about giving it away.
Precisely.
Oh, I see. He might still have the Aura Stone. But what reason would he have for holding on to it?
We'll find out soon enough. Shall we pay another visit to Bud's Bar and Grill? I think we shall, Professor. Alright, buddy, start talking. Hey, guys! What brings you back here?
We've worked it out. You're the current holder of the true popono.
You got me. I was hoping you would, actually. You see, I'd been looking for the perfect person to give the popono to, and then you came in with that glazed, sad look. I got to thinking that if anyone needed harmony, it was you.
I'd be satisfied with just the popono, thank you.
Gee, you're kind of missing the point. Let me give you the lowdown. We all say the popono brings happiness. That's the island way. But its humble beginnings were far from happy. The man who found it, Eduardo Popono, was at the end of his rope. Oh, really? Yes, sir. He hit rock bottom and wanted to idle away his days as a hermit, so he set off for some old crumbling ruins. But bam! He made the discovery of a lifetime. His business boomed and voila! Sangria was born. That story sounds familiar. So you're saying that the popono he found was the basis of the tourist merchandise? Pretty much, yeah. Kinda crazy when you think about it. One little stone egg turned his life around in a flash. So, point is, even in the gloomiest of times, you gotta look forwards. Happiness might be waiting just around the corner. Don't take the popono just because you want it. Take it because you want to be happy. Egg acquired.
Thank you. The people of this island always greet us with a smile. I found it odd at first, but I think I understand now.
Now that's what I'm talking about. I knew the popono would be the perfect gift for you. It's what Eduardo would have wanted. I'm sure of it.
Damn, that was fast.
Okay. The popono tradition started with a man named Eduardo Popono. At a low point in his life, he found the Azran egg, and it brought him great joy. Started the popono passing tradition in the hope of bringing happiness to those around him. Oh yeah, like Sycamore had like, what, 2 lines in this? Okay, we got our first egg. Yay. Return to the Westonius. God, yeah, the jungle one is really good for Sycamore. Welcome back, sirs and madams. I trust the glorious weather helped shine some light on your investigation to make it a dazzling success. You know, Raymond, I was thinking of passing the egg on to you. But if you plan to make these terrible puns after each step of our journey, maybe I'll hold on to it a little while longer. Oh, you have no place to talk about puns, dude. You didn't worry either way, as I believe the people of the Harmony Ring intended for Aurora to hold on to the egg. A wise decision if there ever was one. It is disappointing that you weren't able to visit the ruins, though. You seem to be very well acquainted with our actions, Raymond. Master, you should know I am never too far away to keep an eye on things. Well then, I'll just prepare for takeoff, shall I? Very fortunate that Raymond is aiding our cause. I feel he would make a very powerful enemy if crossed.
Professor Layton, Professor Sycamore, something's come back to me about the Azran.
Good tidings indeed.
There's a facility that now lies under Sangrio. It was used to harness the power of the moon and soothe nature's temper.
Ah, you mean it could be used to control the seas?
I think so. The facility was closed before our civilization. The facility was closed before our civilization reached its peak. Perhaps it had already accomplished its purpose.
Yeah, Professor Layton goes to the moon just like in Paper Mario.
I'm sorry. That's all I can recall. It's all quite hazy.
So the calm, luxurious shores of Sangrio are in part provided by the Azran. Thank you, Aurora. I wish the plot of Azran Legacy ended with going to the moon.
You're welcome. It's nice to be able to share these memories.
An ancient facility hidden underwater? I'm almost tempted to go deep sea diving and see it for myself. Don't tell Randall about it, though. Oh man, Paper Layton would be awesome. Aww. Alright, I'm gonna hop up real quick. I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we'll move on to the jungle. Alright, I'm back. I'm going to try to very precariously eat a burger while also doing puzzles. So that'll be fun. So, let's go on to the jungle. According to what we discovered in the Azran Dome, there ought to be an egg around here somewhere.
It looks so tropical and green. It's going to be boiling out there, isn't it? Now, have you seen how thick the jungle is? How are we ever going to find a tiny little egg in the middle of all that?
Dense as it may be, Luke, your keen eye must have caught a glimpse of the small village amongst the foliage, no?
A village? Well, I did spot a clearing, but it was just full of enormous mushrooms.
Indeed. And I find it unlikely that they'd grow to be such size naturally. One should be wary of making assumptions, though. But I'm gonna be right anyway, because I'm the professor, and what fucking ever.
You're right, Professor. We should investigate and see for ourselves.
Indeed. Whether this hypothetical village exists or not, we'll find our answer around 100 yards north of here. Hey, these aren't mushrooms at all. They're just shaped like mushrooms.
Just look at all these fabulous colors.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to spare me a few minutes for my photo album.
It must be difficult to live in such a remote place.
I must confess, I didn't think we would encounter such a vibrant settlement as this.
It's not even marked on the map. Almost as though it was some kind of lost paradise. I think I'd prefer a less pongy paradise?
That's not a word I've encountered before, I'm afraid. Quite. Now, I'd like to speak to that young man over there. He may help us find the egg before our nostrils seal up in protest.
This is a real brain scratcher. Haha. No? Oh no! My hair! It's got me! It's eating my hand!
Excuse me, sir. We were wondering if you could assist...
It's eating me alive! What, you don't get it? Gah, I don't have time for this. It's almost sundown.
Well, that's not exactly how I foresaw that conversation going. Yeah, I guess this is the UK text version of it, but it has the Luke dub. Otherwise, they didn't really bother localizing the text for Azran Legacy. I don't know, maybe I'll try and compare it against my physical copy at some point later.
What on earth was he doing? Maybe that's just a normal way for people to act in this village.
I don't think that's a normal way for people to act anywhere, Aurora. Ah, there's a lady over there. If at first you don't succeed... Hello, madam.
What? What? Is that a funny looking thing on your head?
Ah, good day, madam. If you're referring to this gentleman's hat, it's actually considered to be a rather suave item of clothing.
No, not the hat. I'm talking about what's on your head.
I don't believe there's anything on Professor Sycamore's head. Are you quite sure?
Yes, of course I'm sure. Oh dear, my sides are splitting. It's your hair. What's with those funny little bunches? They're so curly, like piggy tails.
Piglet racing. Okay. These adorable little piglets are about to take part in a race, but they won't be able to start up until they're lined up in the correct traps, as indicated by the numbers on their backs. The little piggies are scared of being moved around on their own. Aww. So you'll need to pick them up 2 at a time. Do you think you could move them all into the correct place in time for the starter's gun? Well, there's no timer on this, but yeah, whatever. Let's do it.
Let's try
Okay,
this.
that was kind of an accident. And he got to solve the puzzle
Puzzles are
too.
a tonic for the mind.
I am high on the hog, thanks. Alright. I've calmed down now. No need to get your knickers in a twist. Anyhow, welcome to our humble home of Feng Ji. I'm Amanita. We don't usually accept outsiders, but I think we can make an exception for you lovely people. While I can't say I appreciate the slight against my hair, I admit this place is fascinating. And the name, very evocative. We haven't introduced ourselves. Desmond Sycamore, archaeologist. It's a pleasure. Herschel Layton. Like Professor Sycamore here, I also work in the field of archaeology. I also see the allure of puzzles pervades even the most remote of regions.
Oh, well, puzzles are a bit of a trend around here. Don't be too surprised if someone suddenly springs one on you.
I can't think of anything that would surprise me less at this point, Amanita. That you chose now to be the moment to warn us about that is something of a puzzle in itself.
Listen, I'm really sorry about laughing at you. It's just... I'd completely forgotten how curly a man's hair could be.
I see. The people of Feng Ji do seem to sport a rather particular hairstyle, I must say.
If anyone starts giving you a rough time about being here, just tell them Amanita let you in. That'll sort them. You kept a level head and solved my puzzle, even after I got in your hair. And such wonderful hair, too. For that, I'm grateful, Professor Pigtails.
Sycamore. Excuse me, Amanita, but we have a favor to ask, if you don't mind. We're looking for a small egg-shaped stone marked with engravings. Have you seen it?
Sure, I've seen it. Go straight ahead and you'll come to the grand stage. It's right there.
The grand stage, you say? Thank you for your help, Amanita. You've been most kind.
Not a problem. Besides, I'm looking forward to seeing your performance. Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Go on ahead and you'll see for yourself.
I need to hunt a few hit points first. Oh, crud. Okay, these ones aren't so bad. So let's get them all in the right order. Oh, they can be rotated this time. Crap. That does change my tune a little bit. Okay, I need one baby hint. Pink flowers on all sides of the house. Top left and bottom right corners of the garden should also contain pink flowers, while the top right and bottom left should contain blue flowers. Okay, that's very helpful, actually. Too bad I can't remember it all in one go. Okay, I want to move it, not rotate it. Oh my god, there. Thank you. Okay, this isn't it, but it's something. Is there anything up there? Please let me move it. Oh, it's nothing. No, that's just not gonna work. that's looking better. Is this? Yes, okay, there we go. There we go.
Want an answer? How's this? Piece of cake.
Woohoo. Okay. This really is a truly remarkable flower. And so photogenic. I can't wait to get these developed. Alright, to the grand stage. They've gathered quite the crowd here. I presume this is the grand stage that Amanita spoke of.
Everyone looks really excited. And look at all the decorations.
They are quite striking. I would wager that there's some sort of traditional festival taking place.
Ah, that's just what I was thinking, Professor. No, it wasn't.
I'm sure.
It's true! I worked it out from, you know, what's going on around us.
Well, that's very perceptive of you, Luke. Perhaps you can tell me then what might the reason for this festival be?
Well...
Don't worry, Luke. At this precise moment, nor can I. Let's just observe the festivities a little, shall we?
Ah, there's the man we saw at the entrance. What's he doing?
Hey, Chief! Coming up with this routine's been a real brain scratcher. Brain scratcher? See?
No, I don't see. What are you getting at, boy?
Okay, how about this?
Oh no, my hair! It's eating me! It's eating my hand! See? It's like my hand's being eaten by my hair.
I don't see what you're on about, and you're starting to get on my nerves. Well, clearly he needs a haircut. This festival's been going on for days now, and all these acts have gone right over my head. Get off the stage. I can feel my lumbago acting up again.
Aw, come on, Chief. A little smirk never hurt anyone. Why don't you give it a try? What's the point? I've gone through all my best material. You won't even raise an eyebrow. It's no use.
No use. Chezzy, love, you're not trying hard enough. Just think of something to really grab his attention.
But Chief Mortal's been like this for weeks now. Even if I went back up there and fell flat on my face, that stage would still be a laughter-free zone.
Oh, cheer up, love. Life's a bed of roses, and they come with thorns to boot.
You've got to be thick-skinned.
What peculiar people? Are they involved in some kind of contest?
If I had to guess, I'd say they're trying to make the village chief laugh.
So it would seem, Luke. And I certainly can't fault them for their efforts.
But surely this ritual has some bearing on the Aura Stone, does it not?
I don't think so. It just looks like a party to me.
Then why does he have it around his neck?
Ah! Look, Professor! It's the egg! Look!
Yes, I'm looking, my boy. Our esteemed chief does indeed seem to be in possession of the egg.
He doesn't look like the sort of person who'd just let us have it.
Luke, at times like this, a gentleman must always remain positive. Can't hurt to ask. The village chief of Fengji steadfastly refuses to so much as smile, no matter how much the locals try and entertain him. A festival with the aim of making him laugh has been going on for days now. Why won't he laugh? Poor man hasn't laughed in weeks. Perhaps he's just not a very cheerful sort. Alright. Hi, can we have that egg, please? Urgh. Think you can barge right in front of me? Not a chance. Okay, you go then. I see what your game is. Here I am, putting my heart and soul into my work for the village, and you think you can just come along and steal my thunder? Well, what did we do? We were simply hoping to obtain an audience with your chief to discuss the possibility of a trade. Knew it. You've got that beady look in your eyes. Well, you, sir, will not be skipping your way down the queue. Not you, not anyone. Got it?
Oh, no, really, we were just watching the festival. We don't want to take part.
Not so hasty, Luke. If we can make the village elder laugh, is it not possible that he might be willing to part with the egg?
Oh, good thinking, Professor. In that case, yes. We would like to skip our way down the queue.
Sure, that's great! Except I already told you, no, I'm not having it.
Oh, right. Professor, I guess not everyone here is as friendly as Amanita.
Who in Layton is most likely to watch Family Guy, do you think? That's a difficult question. Give me a sec, I'm sure there's a really good joke in here somewhere. I'm really blanking here, like, genuinely, like, I don't fucking know who's gonna watch Family Guy. I don't know, maybe Luke's dad? I think that's where he got his, like, parenting advice from. Hold on a sec. Did you just say Amanita? What's she got to do with this? As a matter of fact, Amanita was the gracious lady who directed us here. Luke would accidentally flip the channel to Family Guy one night and start crying. No! So she's giving you the special treatment then, eh? Can't win, can I? Grumble, grumble. Only wanted my turn. Just because I look angry doesn't mean I want to be.
Wow, that was easy. Looks like we have our chance now, Professor. Let's talk to Chief Moral.
Just a moment, Luke. As gentlemen, it won't do to act arrogantly in the face of tradition. We must approach this carefully, in the appropriate manner.
Alright, so how do we do that? What? What's going on?
Just a dash of preparation before the big performance. Now, after you, Luke, with aplomb.
Quack, quack.
Okay, Neil, you're totally right. Randall was the first one that came to mind, but I was like, I don't want to slander him like this on stream. But you're right. Right, you are right.
Don't give up, you two.
I admire their courage. I, for one, could not do whatever it is they're doing.
Luke is making a brave attempt to blur the boundaries of man and beast.
Cracking! The chief must be enjoying this. Or not. No luck, it would seem. It's disaster. We throw all this comedy gold at him and he won't even give us a grin. Something's definitely not right. I take it your elder wasn't always of this less than sunny disposition? No, and we haven't a clue what's changed him. He used to be the life of the party, but now he acts as if he's turned toxic. he's not a very fun guy. Our stalwart opponent stood his ground this time. Perhaps a crab impersonation would have made more charm. Or would have had more charm.
I got right up close pulling all sorts of faces at him, and still not even a titter.
Well, never mind. It was a gallant effort nonetheless. Blatant lies.
You're up next, Professor Sycamore. Maybe your hair will do the trick. It certainly made him and Ida crack up.
Well, rather than relying on my fashionable hairstyle, I thought I'd have a shot at some good old British comedy. Oh, that's an oxymoron if I never heard one. A bit of dry humor for that wet blanket. That should cheer up Mr. Morrill.
You told jokes, Professor? Well, good luck then.
Professor Sycamore's cutting wit may be just the solution to our comedic dilemma. Just wait and see. God, he's gonna bring the house down.
What is that sickly sweet smell? Is there a fruitcake somewhere around here?
Yeah, there is. Yes, there is, Chief. Yeah, I gotta screenshot that again. Everybody hold your breath. I believe the scent you've detected is my cologne. That's not helping, Desmond. Essence of Fruitcake by Calvin Klein. My name is Desmond Sycamore, and I'd like to tell you a little joke in exchange for that egg.
Go on.
Ahem. Once upon a time, there was a family of deer in a forest. A mother, a daughter, and a son. Do you think... Oh, yeah, I don't know, does Jeremy Fragrance take, like, commissions? The mother deer was renowned for baking delicious cakes, and she would make them for all the other animals in the forest. Everyone talked about what a lovely family they must be, so kind and giving. One day, though, the mother deer caught a cold, so she asked the son to go out and deliver the treats in her place. The son agreed, picking up a basket filled with goodies, and left the house. His first stop was a house belonging to a family of rabbits. The rabbit family had never met the boy, but they welcomed him in, saying that, knowing his mum, he must be a lovely boy indeed. They sat down, and to the rabbit's surprise, the young deer began to scoff up all the cakes right in front of them. He then proceeded to smash up their home before darting off, shouting and screaming. Shocking behavior. Needless to say, the animals of the forest learned an important lesson that day. You shouldn't judge a book by its mother.
Wise words. Didn't you say you had a joke to tell me?
Making smashing things with no warning is funny. Well, you see, that bit at the end was the joke. It's a witty play on a common idiom.
Witty? What was witty about it? And here I had my hopes up because you smelt a bit like my favorite pudding.
He's literally about to attack this man! He's barely... like, Sycamore's inner dialogue is just like, I'm going to become the Joker. I'm going to turn into the Joker. Perhaps these bumpkins aren't sophisticated enough to comprehend my wit.
I sense a storm brewing within the professor. I'm not surprised. It can't be a good feeling to have your joke fall flat like that. Anyway, this is like trying to get blood from a stone. Let's head back to the village square and think things over.
Desmond goes up on the stage again and he's like, hey, No, never mind. I was gonna say, you get what you fucking deserve!
How about we put on a play next? A real feast for the senses. Do you think that would get the chief to crack a smile?
The senses. Of course! The chief did something rather extraordinary. He could distinctly smell Professor Sycamore's scent. In this simple fact alone, there may lie a significant clue. It would seem our friend Professor Sycamore is an omega in heat. First someone laughs at the sight of my hair, and someone else tells me I smell like a cake. It's my stream and I get to choose the bad jokes. Even a saint's patience only lasts so long. In any case, we should redouble our efforts. There must be more to this man than meets the eye. Agreed. The villagers may disclose some vital information to us yet. Alright. Spill the beans, Amanita.
Ah, it's Professor Pigtails and his luscious locks. How'd the festival go?
Sycamore. It was an entertaining experience, thank you. However, it doesn't appear as though your chief will be in a celebratory mood anytime soon.
Ah, well, never mind. Another day, another glorious sunrise. By the way, do you fancy staying for dinner tonight? I can cook up a mouth-watering stew, you know.
Oh, really? Have you any traditional ingredients?
Oh yes, plenty of those. Warty fowl cap, mature parsnip, and a liberal helping of moss and bark for that added texture.
Sorry, can't tonight. Washing my hair.
God! Such...
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Don't worry, it's perfectly safe once you boil off the poison. Just look at the chief. He comes around every day to eat the stuff, and he's a picture of health.
Ah. Well, it pains me to decline, but I fear our palates may not be accustomed to such rich cuisine. Because we're British, you see.
Well, it's sweet of you to put it like that, but I know a no when I hear one. Oh well, more for the chief then. Maybe an extra large portion will help him get out of that grump he's in.
Do you have any ideas to what could have caused it?
I really can't say, but there's definitely something off about him. Something more than just the lack of a sense of humor.
Could you pinpoint that something?
Now you're putting me on the spot. Let's see. Why don't you just ask the chief's family? The Mortal's Hut is just west of here. You can't miss it.
An excellent idea, madam. We'll pay them a visit now.
Oh, you might bump into his granddaughter there. A little bit eccentric, that girl, but cute as a button, just like her name. Hello. Outsiders! No. You're not allowed to talk to me. Mom says you're not supposed to talk to strange children.
Surely she didn't say that.
You must be the chief's granddaughter. Button, is it? It's alright. You can trust us. We just want to ask about your grandfather. How do you know my name? And about Grandpa? And what's wrong with your hair?
It seems safe to say we found the right hut, Professor.
That's not fair. How do you know so much? Do you know everything?
Yes, we do. Foul food. This tropical bird has a terribly unbalanced diet, eating only one kind of fruit per day, either apples or oranges. Each day the bird keeper places fruit into each of the 4 colored bird boxes according to his chart. The bird decides which kind of fruit he would eat that day and then eats every piece of it. Last week, the bird keeper noted that the bird took fruit from the blue box 5 times, the red box 4 times, the green box 5 times, and the yellow box 3. Which fruits did the bird eat on each day? Okay, honestly, I'm just gonna say, like, full confession, I don't feel like working this one out. Let's see, it was puzzle 47. I'm gonna use my friend, the Professor Layton blogspot.
I've got a good feeling about this one. All in a day's work.
If you know so much, you can't really be outsiders, can you? Why didn't you just say so?
Does that mean you would be willing to help us, Button?
Well, of course. Mum says people who solve puzzles are always welcome.
Your grandpa's been behaving a bit funny recently, hasn't he, Button? Do you have any idea why?
Oh, yeah, I think I know. He's been falling over a lot. For almost a whole moon now.
Holy shit.
DSC Hole tipped $6.66. DSC Hole but pronounced like Chipotle.
Descole. Descole. Thank you for the tip, Mr. Descole.
This morning, he walked in for breakfast completely caked in mud. Mom was furious.
I bet. If Button's account is correct, then there's a possibility that traces of the Chief's recent tumble will still be present.
Don't worry, Button. We'll get to the bottom of this. Okay, but are you sure? Mom always says you should aim for the top. Whoa! I think my shoes are filling with mud.
It seems that only the village center was constructed on firm soil. Be careful that you don't slip.
Maybe the chief slipped somewhere around here.
Very likely. Let's give the area a quick once-over, shall we?
Oh, there's bugs. Yay!
What am I looking for? Hello? Luke, what do you make of this? That is a man-shaped impression in the dirt.
Oh, it's a person print.
That's some hard evidence, alright. I wonder how he managed to take a fall like that. Let's examine the surrounding area. We may come across a few more clues.
These roots are quite thick, and they aren't very easy to notice.
That desk hole.
Do you think this is where the chief could have tripped? You don't think so? Professor, it's one of those really smelly rafflesia flowers. Let's not check over there.
Unpleasant odors should not hinder one's investigation, my boy. Note that the flower has been trampled on.
It has?
You're suggesting that the chief slipped on those large petals? Have a closer look, Luke. Don't be afraid.
Well, if you say so. Huh? That's funny. It doesn't smell at all.
Well, there you go. Sometimes nature can be the greatest puzzle of all.
But even if it doesn't smell, how come the chief didn't notice such a large, bright flower?
Button mentioned that her grandfather only started falling over recently. We should look elsewhere. Perhaps we can gather more information back at the chief's house.
Shouldn't we look around a bit more first?
A good detective should pursue his case from all possible angles. Let's return to the village. My god, is it gonna take us this long just to be like, oh yeah, the chief needs a haircut?
You're back! Did you find it? The place where Grandpa went squelch?
We did indeed. Thanks to you, Button.
Oh, then, I'm glad I was around. I wouldn't want to miss all the thanks. But if you want to know about Grandpa, why didn't you just ask Gran? You're silly people.
We'd very much like to, if it's no trouble. Where might we find her?
Her? Who's that? Oh, you mean Gran. Yeah, she's in the house. Actually, I already asked Gran if I could ask you if you could ask Gran to tell you about Grandpa.
And what did she say?
She said to talk more slowly next time and not to ask weird questions. But I think that means yes.
I've been expecting you. A little stalk tells me you're concerned about my other half's well-being. Nobody's giving you any trouble, are they? I swear, the manners in this village went out with the bathwater a long time ago. On the contrary, the hospitality we've been shown is refreshing.
Good. It wasn't always sunshine and philodendrons, you know. The time's getting on. Best you head back, I think.
Actually, we were wondering if you could tell us something about your husband's recent behavior first.
Oh, that old fossil. He's not the sprightly young thing he thinks he is anymore, but he still reckons he can hunt. If my other half was half the hunter he used to be, we'd have food on the table before sundown. So you think he's just getting too old? Too old and too senile.
Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. My voice is back.
Too old and too senile. Just the other day, he came back from a hunt saying he'd lost his bow. I mean, how does that happen?
Considering how essential it must be when hunting, that is very strange, yes.
Truth be told, I think he's finding it tough to come to terms with old age. I haven't seen him smile for weeks. And if I had a truffle for every time he just waltzed off, I'd be stuffed. But you can pretty much guarantee he'll come barging back through the door while I'm in the middle of cooking dinner.
I see. Mrs. Morrill, I believe I know the reason why your husband is feeling so miserable.
You do? You mean it's not just because he's going crazy?
On the contrary, I believe our chief is very much of sound mind. And if my theory is correct, there's a good chance that we will be able to change his attitude.
Oh, please. Anything to get him out of that dour mood.
Don't worry, Mrs. Morrill. We'll do everything we can.
Please. Mrs. Morrill makes me feel so old. Call me Lepidella. Another puzzle solved, Professor?
Not just yet, Emmy. While I may have determined the root of the problem, we have not yet offered a solution. We're going to have to build a special accessory.
Are we making some more funny masks? Oh, how about a big cat this time? Like a cheetah or a leopard.
That's not quite what I had in mind. But let's not get into that now. First, I would like to focus on gathering the materials we need. Find all the materials you need, but not in this house. Right then, what are we looking for first, Professor? Because, to be honest, I don't have the slightest idea. Let's see. First, we're going to need some thin, smooth, cylindrical things. Oh, fucking okay. Cylindrical. Would some twigs do the job? I'm afraid they'll need to be a little more robust than twigs. Some sort of small but strong rods, then. What else? Some industrial strength glue would be nice for combining parts, but we may struggle to find that here. Indeed. But we may find a suitable substitute yet. Tree resin, perhaps. Some glue and some rods. That shouldn't be too hard. We should be able to find everything we need here in the jungle. No need to travel the world to find such simple resources. So we should focus on looking for these items in the jungle. Got it. Find a few rods and some glue. Okay. Hey, got any... Bum, bum, bum. Got any glue? Ah! Hello, Amanita. What's that you're carrying? Ah, just gathering some bullfrog bones for some milk cat broth. You know how it is. Oh, that sounds tasty. Excuse me, Amanita. Would it inconvenience you much if we were to take a few of those bones? Good night, Michelle. Thanks for coming by. If you're offering to carry the basket, take as many as you like. Are you making a milk cat broth too? Actually, we may have a slightly different use for them. We'll be sure to return the ones we don't use. Bullfrog bones acquired. Okay, cool. Oh, you're an angel. Don't be too long about it, though. I'll need them for dinner. These bones are slimy to the touch. Yuck! Do we really have to use these bones, Professor? Given the circumstances, we have no better alternative. Besides, I think they should be quite adequate. Really? But they're all sorts of shapes and sizes. We still have to find something sticky. Could the villagers help us? I've been wondering, love, why would you need a hat that tall over your head? Ah, this? This headpiece is something very dear to me. I'll bet it is. That thing must have cost a fortune. See, we're all about practicality here. Practicality? So that hairstyle you all have is to protect you from the rain? The rain? Oh, if only it was just the rain. It's for defending ourselves against wild animals. There are always furry fellows out in the trees. Okay. On his way home through the forest, this young boy finds himself lost. Luckily, he bumps into 8 forest animals who tell him which way to go in exchange for apples. The mouse guides him 1 square closer to home, the rabbits 2 squares, the foxes 3 squares, and the bear 4 squares. He never meets 2 of the same type of animal in a row, and there are no animals on the squares containing bear trees. Where does he bump into each animal? Okay. Let's see. This is 1. Fox guides him. 1, 2, 3. One, two. Okay, so another fox there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
This is how it's done. Good stuff.
Oh, you should see them when they come at you, tusk gleaming in the twilight. My hair saved me many a time. Why not pit your hair against the professor's hat in a no-holds-barred duel? Emmy, I strongly discourage this idea. I generally prefer to avoid activities that may lead to damaging my hat. Okay. Maybe Swipe has some glue. I don't know.
If you can't fix that silly goose I call a husband, would you mind getting me a replacement? Ha!
Yeah, I'm sure I know a few single fellows in Monte d'Or. Is it Amanita again?
There you are, Pigtails. I've been looking for you.
Sycamore. Shouldn't you be watching the fire, Amanita?
It's sweet of you to worry, love, but I got it all under control. Miss Smith will be taking over for me in a moment.
Good to know. So, you say you were looking for me?
Well, I still feel bad about laughing at you before, so I thought I'd make it up to you. I saw this and thought of you straight away, you see. Do tell me if it's too much of a bore.
This again. Okay. Okay, so I have to move them around 2 at a time. I'm not sure how much I like this one. Oh, it's fine. Never mind.
Let's try this. Puzzles are a tonic for the mind.
That was enjoyably taxing. Thank you, Amanita.
Sublime. Just like those heavenly ringlets.
Amanita, what are you doing with the puzzle exactly?
Well, you see, I find that using some essence of puzzle in cooking gives your dish a little je ne sais quoi.
I see. He's about to murder this whole village, I think. It's like, no one here takes me seriously, and I can't take it anymore. You really didn't think any of that was funny, Chief? Not even the story about the deer? It was good advice, but we don't have any deer here. Okay, who has glue? I need glue.
Beetles are attracted to tree sap, aren't they? Maybe we can find some here.
But this sap is rock hard.
Oh, so much for that idea.
Perhaps we should look around the village. We may find a liquid with the right viscosity for the job. Something viscous. I seem to remember something slimy near the entrance to the village. Maybe that would work. Alright, Sycamore. Something sticky. Oh, that's just on the ship. Never mind.
Aw, it's a snail!
Luke, I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Huh? Why not?
That snail produces an extremely dangerous liquid. I'm actually quite astonished to find this species in such a humid climate.
Is it poisonous?
No, not poisonous. However, one touch may still be enough to incapacitate you. Right, Professor? Exactly so. You see, this snail secretes an extremely potent glue. It is potentially stronger than super glue, in fact. It's ultra glue.
Oh, I'm sure glad I didn't touch it then. Phew.
We'll have to be especially careful when handling it. Let's see if we can get some in this jar. Well, the rods and the glue are both accounted for, which means we're nearly done.
You mean that's not all we need?
The last component for our accessory needs to be something translucent, something that allows light to pass through.
Something clear. How about glass? Or maybe a gemstone?
Glass requires particular tools to produce. Given that the villagers do not even use glass in their windows, it seems unlikely that they have such equipment here. And if it's gemstones we're after, I'd say a little mining expedition may be on the cards. It certainly seems that way, yes. Let's head deeper into the jungle and see what we can find. There's an interview?
Ah, Mr. Longhead!
Button? Why, you're soaking wet.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I decided not to catch a cold this time.
Huh, that's good to hear, but make sure you dry off when you get home. Button, might I ask what you have there?
Oh, this? Wow, is that a crystal? Wait, isn't this exactly what we're looking for, Professor?
As fortune would have it, yes, I believe it is. Button, may we use that crystal?
No! This is my treasure! You can't have it!
And rightly so.
If anyone tries to steal your treasure, throw a puzzle at them and see what happens. That's what Mom says.
A project now. A project. These 3 bossy children would like you to pick fruit for them.
I want all my fruit to be the same color, and I want to have one more piece than seed.
I want fruit from a tree that isn't on the edge, and it better not be blue. I want fruit from a tree next to the one Bee gets her fruit from, and I want one more piece than her. And all my fruit has to be the same color.
Let's shed some light on this one. Excellent, if I do say so myself.
I'm still not giving you my treasure. I'll tell you where I found it. I went over a really wobbly, dangerous bridge.
A bridge? Like this tree bridge here?
No, I mean, yes, like this one, but not this one. And you'll never find it.
She's not very good at lying. Okay, well, I guess that's better than, like, all at once. That would lead to extreme dehydration.
We crossed it.
That wasn't so bad. Says the boy who wouldn't let go of the professor's hand.
Only because somebody kept shaking the bridge by stomping their way across.
Good to see you two getting along as usual. Now, I believe we're going to step through the waterfall.
What, really? Through it?
I think I'd prefer not to step under that torrent of cold water, Professor. I'm hardly keen on being soaked myself, but I believe the path continues on the other side. And considering the state of Button's drenched clothes, I suspect the crystals we seek are beyond the waterfall.
For such a precocious child, she wasn't particularly good at keeping her secret. I don't think my hat's very water resistant, Professor. Couldn't we find some way to shelter ourselves first?
I fear my own hat is not impervious to the elements either. We shall just have to dry them off afterwards.
I don't like the sound of this at all. Can't you do something about it, Emmy?
Come on, Luke. It's just a bit of water. But alright, how can I say no when you give me those puppy dog eyes?
Watch your step, Luke. The water's falling so heavily, and the ground is really slippery here too.
To be honest, I'd rather not cross under without a spare change of clothes. Where exactly is this waterfall's source? If we can locate that, perhaps we'll find a way through as well.
Is that a rock lodge up there?
It looks rather unstable. Let's refrain from walking under it. I'll handle this, Professor. Stand back, everyone. This'll only take a jiffy.
She's scrambling right up the cliff.
And with remarkable speed, too. She barely pauses between finding footholds.
I can't even see what she's holding on to.
And she's reached the top without a hitch. Impressive. We couldn't spare the budget to animate it, though.
Hey, you might want to step back a bit further just in case the water sprays. Piece of cake. Wow, you stopped the whole waterfall. That cave it was blocking must be the way we were looking for. Thank you very much, Emmy.
Anytime, Luke. What else is a professor's assistant for? Now, let's see where this cave leads. It's very dark, so watch where you tread.
Ah, it's lovely and cool inside. The rock formations. So curious, and yet so beautiful. Nature holds many wonders.
A natural limestone grotto. Let's look around and see if we can find any crystals like the ones Button treasures so dearly. Alright, okay, where do I get to zoom? There we go.
I think I can see something sparkling up there, and I'm pretty sure it's not a stalactite.
Could the crystals we're looking for be up there? Fascinating. They only form in this one particular area of the cave.
But how are we going to get all the way up there?
I know, an earthquake.
Uh-oh. Is this my fault? Did I do something when I knocked that boulder over before?
The pillar! It's shaking!
Everyone stand back. I'm going to attempt to dislodge the pillar.
What? Professor, be careful!
If I examine the pillar carefully, I should be able to find a way to make it topple almost effortlessly. What pillar am I toppling? If I just remove the stone... Luke, we must build up Swede for 12 hours. Well, that was exhilarating. Is everyone alright?
Yes, but... Wow, that was scary. And I didn't expect the whole pillar to fall down so easily.
Despite its size, it was supported by the smallest counterbalance. Well, now that we've made a path, let's select a few crystals to take back, shall we? With these, we have everything we need to make the special accessory. We've worked hard, and I believe our efforts will not be in vain.
It just goes to show how resourceful people can be when they really want to. So, now will you tell us what kind of mask you're planning to make?
You'll see soon enough, Emmy. Let's return to the village and restore the chief to his former jovial self. Oh, that was the Chelmies, wasn't it?
Chief Morals still doesn't seem to be smiling.
Are you ready, Luke? Follow my lead.
Okay, Professor.
Who's this, then? Hello again, Mr. Morrow. Don't you remember us? We came to visit you earlier. Never seen you in my life.
Are you sure this is gonna work, Professor?
I can't say for certain until we actually try. Suffice it to say, though, that I have a good feeling about this. It's those Mad Hatters again, persistent as ivy. What are they up to this time?
Whatever it is, it's bound to be better than your last idea. I mean, really, mustaches aren't meant to do that sort of thing.
What the hell? If I could have your attention, please. Is there anyone in this village who is especially good at polishing?
Polishing? Look no further, love. If there's a piece of silverware I can't shine, it predates history.
Very promising. And have we also in our midst someone accustomed to, say, chopping wood?
Well, I can't chop wood, but I'm not bad at chopping veggies. Is that good enough?
Certainly. The precise cutting actions you will be used to are exactly what we need. And finally, I require someone capable of handling this glue. Ah, that's from the glutinous Maximus. You'd best give that to me before someone gets too attached to it. Wonderful. That I should find volunteers so quickly reflects how deeply you care about your chief.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Professor, why not let the boy be in charge of organizing the materials?
Organizing? But I wanted to help make the mask.
Well, given the complexity of the task, I had thought we would take care of it, Professor. But I suppose we could let him try.
What? Is it really going to be that difficult?
Absolutely. See for yourself.
Whoa! There are so many pieces.
Some of the objects we gathered are sadly too flimsy for construction. So, you see, Luke, this is by no means a simple task.
Right. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure where to start.
We should only need 3 items. Try to choose objects that are easy for each volunteer to handle.
Okay, how about this?
An interesting choice. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think we can make something like that looks really silly out of this.
Let's see. At a glance, I'd say one of these items will be suitable. I agree. However, I imagine our volunteers are somewhat baffled by your other two choices. How might you handle them? How might they handle them? Consider carefully which two items you should substitute.
Right. I'll give it another go.
That's the spirit. Just keep trying until you get it right.
Leave it to me.
Okay, I think it's this. The only one I'm not sure about is the middle one. Okay. That's this. There we go. Okay. Ah, there we go. You've assigned each item to the appropriate person. A job well done.
Oh, really? Great. So can we get around to making the mask now?
Indeed we can. I'll quickly explain how to construct this mask.
I wonder how it'll turn out. Well, I cut it the way you asked, but what now? Here you go, as promised, polished to perfection. Don't say Chanterelle ever let you down.
Hold on. Is this what I think it is? I believe we're done. Chief Moral, if you'd just like to place this on your head. What? What's this all about? Chief Moral, can you see us? What in the... What's wrong with your...
The pair of you look ridiculous. He's laughing.
The Chief's laughing? You've got to be joking.
Well, I never. Who'd have thought the gloomy so-and-so just needed a pair of glasses?
We must have been blind not to see it.
So none of the villagers caught on to the chief's blindness. When did you work it out, Professor?
Do you recall how the chief reacted to Professor Sycamore? And Sycamore's like, oh yes, of course, bring it up again, why don't you?
What happened again? He was really surprised by something, right?
I can see! I can fight! There was a significant difference between our performance and the one by Professor Sycamore. Yours required a viewer, and mine a listener. Naturally, the chief didn't react to your performance because he couldn't see it.
So that explains why he didn't see the Rafflesia flower.
Exactly. Which would be the most plausible explanation for his falling in the mud.
Of course. It didn't smell of anything, so you wouldn't notice it unless you were looking down at the ground. But if that's the case, how does he even manage to get around the village?
Chief Moral most likely relied on his excellent sense of smell. The potent smell of Amanita's concoctions and of Mrs. Moral's homemade meals would have aided his sense of direction.
Oh, so he just follows his nose wherever it goes.
Okay, he needed a pair of glasses because he couldn't see anything. What are you all doing here? Did you all come out for the rain or something? I don't know what you outsiders have done, but now the lot of you look completely barmy. I'm glad that we were able to bring a smile to your face, Chief. Your face is all stretched out, and look at you with that enormous nose. It appears the lenses on our makeshift glasses provide the Chief with a slightly distorted view of the world. Before I forget, didn't you say something about wanting this eggy thing? Egg acquired. Ah. You would allow us to take it, sir? Well, normally, no. I've been bored out of my skull for ages, my back's giving me grief, and my wife's always nagging. I thought this festival might lighten life up a bit, but no. All we've had is a slew of terrible acting verging on the invisible. But you've changed all that. I won't be needing this eggy thing to console me anymore. You are most kind, Chief Moral. We will not forget your generosity. Now, all this talk of eggs is making me hungry. I'm going home to make some French toast.
Excuse me? You can't just walk off without saying a word to us, Chief.
Why not? The festival's been going on for days. It's over now, isn't it?
It's hardly been much of a festival. We've been working our backsides off trying to get you to cheer up. I'd expect you to at least sort out a little bit of fun for us now.
Oh, well, you could have said that earlier, you silly toads. And here I was thinking we were done. Alright, Lynn. Let's put the phone back into Fong-Yi. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any time to stay for the festivities. Give my thanks to the villagers for all their efforts. Off so soon? Well, you're welcome back any time. After all, you've opened my eyes to the people around me. I did it on purpose. How do I un-time out Nikki? There we go. Okay, there we go. Welcome back, sirs and madams. I trust your expedition was a blinding success. Yeah, I timed out Nikki for a few seconds. It was, thank you. In fact, the Fong-Yi's chief's generosity was quite astounding, and he graciously offers us his egg. We even saw a whole new side to Luke and the Professor. Truly, Raymond, it's a pity you weren't there to witness it. You wouldn't need concern yourself on my behalf, Master. Just like his mother, this young buck only aspires to serve you and to serve well. What was that? I find there's no greater pleasure than seeing my master's more whimsical side. God, his face is so fucking pissed off. Raymond, how? Ladies and gentlemen, the preparations for our departure are complete. When you wish to leave, simply say the word. But for now, I'm just gonna save.
Now that he's heard it, I'll have to come up with a new joke. Professor Layton? Professor Sycamore? I think my memory may be returning.
Ah? Are you able to recall something now?
Yes, I can see. An arid desert. Here! This entire land used to be a gaping void. The Azran transformed it into a vibrant oasis. That's what the egg is telling me.
You mean the Azran brought this entire jungle into existence?
So it seems. But the rest of my memory is still a haze.
It is truly astounding to discover that the Azran had such an impact on the modern day, on life itself. Indeed. Well then, shall we set off? Okay. We will round up the other 3 eggs next time. Okay. My voice is actually about to go for, like, I think the first time ever in the history of this stream. So, I'm gonna call it here, and we'll get the other, at least 2, probably the only 3. Oh my god, I'm so sorry! But, so Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, Friday at 7. We'll finish up this road trip. And yes, go tits. Good night, everyone.